Hello and welcome to Akerman Gaming, and in this video I'm going to tell you all my 5 top things I would like Ubisoft to change in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now, in no particular order, I'm going to start off with the first one. So the first one that I would change in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I'm pretty sure most of you will agree, is this. So when you go to put your hood up, the cape comes out as well. Now, I don't mind the cape, however, it would be nice to have the option to just have the hood up and no cape. Because as you can see, I can see all my armour, I can see my bow and shield, where when I put the hood up, the cape comes out and hides everything else. I mean, I kind of get why they did it, so it looks a bit more stealthy, but it would be nice to have the option to just have the hood up rather than the hood and the cape. Drop in the comments what you guys think, whether you prefer it just hood and cape. It will be interesting to see, and like I said, please like the video if you found any of these top 5 things of interest, or if you agree. So the next thing that I think would be a really cool option, or something that they could in the future hopefully add as an update or maybe in a DLC, just to make our characters a little bit more unique. Now, what I mean by that is, if you go into your inventory, for example, the hood is a nice red and gold, but most people, or some people, might not like that option, and it would be good if there was a way to get dyes in the game so you can dye your clothing and have your character a little bit more unique and be able to dye them different colours. And the same thing with your weapons. It will be nice to, for example, on the bow where it's sort of green in the middle, to change the colour maybe to black or a blue, or maybe even to be able to tone it down, because every time you upgrade your weapon to a mythical quality, they always end up a very blingy. Same with the armour, and as soon as you upgrade it, I know for a fact, as soon as you upgrade that, there'll be a lot more gold. I mean, it does look really nice, but it's not everybody's sort of cup of tea, as they say. And again, same with the weapons. It would be nice just to be able to tone them down a little bit, or maybe even just change the colours slightly. I mean, what do you guys think? I think that would be a quite cool way to, you know, and a cool sort of update from Ubisoft, but we'll see what happens. The next one that would be quite a nice thing, especially for an Assassin's Creed game, is the ability to be able to lure some of the enemies away. Because, I mean, it is an Assassin's Creed game after all, where in Valhalla, it's quite annoying sometimes when you're trying to stealth a camp and you can't quite get to some of the enemies without being detected. So it would be nice to be able to sort of throw some rocks maybe, or, I mean, even if you shoot your arrow, I mean, you see what I mean? The guy isn't really moving. So there we are. It'd be nice to be able to sort of lure some enemies away a lot better. See, and now he can see me. It would be a quite nice little touch so that we can be a little bit more stealthy in the game and be more of an assassin, really. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, but I think that would be quite a nice little add-on for Ubisoft to add in future updates, or maybe even a DLC, just to get a little bit more stealth in game. Now, this is probably one of the big ones for me in this game, and this is the ability, or to be able to have one-handed swords in the game. Now, at the minute you've got the you've got the one-handed hammers, you've got the one-handed axes, which are really cool, and probably the hammer is probably one of my most favourite weapons in the game. But all of the swords, you can get swords, but they're all great swords. Now there is an ability in the skill tree where you can have great swords as one-handed weapons, but it still isn't the same. So I've got it in one hand, but he's still using it as a one-handed as a two-handed weapon, which I prefer to see a nice one-handed sword. It's probably, you know, one of my most favourite. It would just be absolutely awesome to run around. I mean, especially in this era, back in the Viking Age, the swords were quite commonly used throughout, and it would be nice if they could bring that to the game. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are a good variety of weapons, I believe, in the game, but just to add a simple sword would have been awesome. Now the last one is something that I wish they could do, because it would be really awesome and a great feature if they could do it, but I understand why they probably won't be able to do it. Now what I mean is, in the game, if it would be great if you could redo some of the missions that you have done in the past. I mean, it would be awesome to go around London again and do the missions and all the other sort of iconic places and cities, and re-meet the iconic characters like Eivor the Boneless, and, you know, potentially even be able to do some boss fights again, just to revisit the moment without having to redo a whole new game save. I mean, that would be really good. Like I said, I understand why they haven't done it, because some of the decisions you make at the end of some of the chapters, some of the missions, will change your end game. But if they could do it and make it so that you don't have to choose or re-change how your gameplay is and end game is, I mean, I just think it would be really cool and a nice little feature to add. There's one more little pet hate, and I know I said I was going to do 5, but hey ho, here we are. When you change gear, so say I wanted to change my bow and I've got my 3 ruins, say if I wanted to change it to another mythical weapon or an item that has sort of ruin slots, to be able to equip that weapon and it automatically change the ruins back over to your newly equipped weapon. I think that would be a really sort of nice sort of way, instead of me going onto this, unequipping everything. It's just an absolute nightmare. It's only a silly little thing, but I just think it would be a nice little tool. And again, just to do it with your armour, I haven't got any ruins on that yet, but as soon as I get, there you go, on the feet, if I wanted to change it to another item, even if it's got 1 ruin slot and it just does the first one, I mean, it'll be a really good idea. But that's only a little pet hate. But hey, just would like to say to everybody, thanks for tuning in to the video. I hope you guys have some ideas, if you have, and some things that you would change or you would like Ubisoft to change in the game. Drop it in the comments below. I'll pick them up, I'll have a little look, I'll reply, and we can have a little discussion about it. But a big thank you for watching the video. Again, please subscribe for some more content, and please like the video. Thank you very much.